Hello and welcome back to our second week of demos. I'm going to be making a beef stroganoff today. It is part of the Year 10 Hospitality Studies. It is in your recipe book. Okay, so there's our recipe just right there. So to begin with, as I always like you guys to do, is read your recipes twice. So to start with, your first step is place flour and beef in a snap lock bag, season with salt and pepper and shake to coat. So I have my rump that I've already cut up previously. And as you can see, all our mise en place is in front of us right here. So always remember to have your mise en place done before you start cooking. Okay, you will end up with a better product. Rightio, so I have my bag here. Place all my nice strips of rump beef inside. And then I'm just going to add my flour. Add my 2 tablespoons of flour. A little bit of salt and pepper. Remember, we need that seasoning. If we don't season this dish, it actually can be quite bland. So seasoning is really important. Okay, go and give it a good shake. Meanwhile, I have actually, part of my mise en place to begin with, I've already cooked the noodles or the spaghetti that is the accompaniment with this dish. Another good accompaniment with this dish is actually some beans, either some steamed or microwave beans. Okay, so that's completed. I'm just going to place that back in my bowl. I'm just going to have a good look at it. So you're probably asking, well, why has Mrs. Hamilton coated that with flour? Well, that flour is going to help thicken the sauce that you're going to make that goes with this beef stroganoff. Okay, we're ready to go. So second part of the recipe, place half the butter and 2 tablespoons of oil in a large frying pan. Got my frying pan on, in goes my butter, and in goes my oil. I'm just going to guesstimate. Okay, so obviously we always place our beef in a hot pan, okay, when we're cooking our proteins. So this is looking good. So I'm going to do it in 2 batches because the recipe does ask for 700 grams of beef steak. Okay, so always remembering to be safe. I'm going to use my utensil. I'm going to use these tongs. Okay, it's probably the best utensil I can use to move my steak around. And I'm just going to brown it. Hear that nice sizzle, hopefully. So this process should only take you around 2 to 3 minutes. Part of browning it, you're actually keeping the moisture in those little pieces of rump steak, and you're actually caramelising the outside of it. So it's actually going to bring a lot more flavour to your beef stroganoff. Okay, that looks lovely and brown. We're going to take it off. And now we're going to go with our second batch. Just wait for your pan to reheat again, okay? Because it'll actually start stewing down, and we don't want the beef to start stewing down just yet. Because the methods of cookery we are doing today are actually stewing and boiling. So we've boiled our spaghetti, and we are going to be stewing. And you actually can slow cook this dish as well. So if you've got a slow cooker, this works really, really well in a slow cooker. Okay, our second part. So we need that butter. Okay, so we need our fat, our oil. Do it again with our tongs. Thank you for all the photos this week, Year 10s, 11s and 12s. Much appreciated. It's great to see that you're out there cooking. done, probably another 30 seconds. An interesting fact about the Stroganoff, it's actually a Hungarian originated meal, and basically back in medieval times, the shepherds used to make it and eat it. Okay, so this dish is, we mainly use the spice paprika, and it's really known for that nice paprika, mild, smoky flavour, which is what probably makes the dish quite popular, because it's a very mild spice, and I'm only using a mild, smoky Hungarian paprika in my beef goulash, the Stroganoff. Okay, that is done. So we take the rest of that beef out. Okay, we're going to move straight on with our onion. Okay, so we're going to saute our onion. If you feel like you need a little bit more oil or butter, don't hesitate, place another tablespoon in. Okay, we're going to saute. Remember last week we talked about sauteing. Saute is a French word that means jump. Okay, so we're going to saute until that's nice and translucent, that you can see through it. We also require garlic. So place your garlic in, saute around. Now it's up to you what utensil you use. I still prefer my tongs. You might want to get out a wooden spoon and start mixing it around. But hey, less washing up in the end. So just use your tongs for this whole recipe. Okay, this is on a really nice, I would say high heat now. So always remember, this isn't the time to walk away. You need to control your heat when you're pan frying. So just stay with this pan. Okay, time for our mushrooms. So I have basically rough cut these mushrooms. Okay, not a precise cut, just cut them up. Remember the mushroom, there is a high percentage of water in the mushroom, so they're going to reduce down now, and they're going to actually also create a little bit of a liquid in your pan. Keep it on a high heat, okay? Just keep moving it, keep moving. The mushrooms, the onion, the garlic, let all those flavours infuse together. Okay, so your recipe is actually suggesting you cook and stir for 5 minutes until soft. I'm going to speed this up a little bit, okay? So let's pretend the 5 minutes is gone. So now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients, which includes, let's get our paprika in there to start with. Get our tomato paste. So basically we're starting to make our sauce. It goes with our beef. Let's place our mustard in. I'm just going to give that a quick mix around just to get all that back in. So I can see all my mushrooms have been coated. That's lovely. Okay. So now I'm going to place my stock in. Okay, just a beef stock. Now I'm going to place my beef back in. So we are after a simmer. Okay, the small little bubbles that come to the top reminds us it's simmering. And we need to simmer for a remaining 5 minutes. So remembering we started off, we browned for about 2 to 3 minutes. We only need probably around about 5 to 10 minutes left on this dish. Okay, so I'm just going to try and mix and go to the outside edges of this pan and mix all of my ingredients, my beef, my mushrooms all together. Just lost a little mushroom there, so good. And then when I'm happy with that, I'm just going to finish it with the sour cream. Okay, so in goes my sour cream. Now with a lot of recipes, because we are actually stewing right now, so remember small pieces of meat and liquid gravy is actually stewing, that's the method of cookery. Now if you feel that, hey, this is a little bit dry, I don't have enough sauce to actually finish off the cookery process, by all means add a little bit more stock, add a little bit more cream, add a little bit more sour cream. Okay, this is where you've kind of got to start and think about, what else does this need? Use those high order thinking skills. Okay, so that's looking fantastic. This is now when we season. This is a little bit bland. The stock does have salt, but salt and pepper, I know it's going to need a little bit of seasoning. Okay, that looks great. Okay, so the remainder step, it's going to ask you to simmer for 5 minutes or until the sauce has slightly thickened. Now, I can tell by just looking at it, that sauce has slightly thickened, and that is telling me that this dish is going to be nearly ready. The other way I can tell, I'm going to pick up a piece of beef, okay? I can cut down the centre of it and basically see whether or not that beef has fully cooked through. Okay, this is looking great. Beef stroganoff, this meal goes a really long way, okay, for such a simple dish, and it's very economical to make as well. Okay, so I'm going to pretty much leave it there and go straight into presenting. So previously I had boiled some tube spaghetti. So at home you could actually put a big bowl of this in the centre of your table with buttered noodles or spaghetti or fettuccine at the bottom, and place your beef on top and everyone can share it out, or you could present in small bowls. Okay, so that is my dish there. Hopefully you can see it, my finished dish. As I said, thank you very much for all the photos that have come in this week. I hope you're all doing well, and ciao for now.